There is something very powerful in Luke chapter 9 that I found the other day, and I thought to share. From verse 2, I'm reading with the Passion Translation. Jesus said to his disciples, after he had commissioned them, he said he commissioned them. This is the purpose for the commission. This is the purpose for the vision. This is the purpose for that idea. This is the purpose for that instruction. This is the purpose. This is the real intention. I'm going to break it down by God's special grace. I hope not to take your time. It says he commissioned them to proclaim God's kingdom. 1, to heal the sick. 2, to demonstrate that the kingdom had arrived. First, he commissioned them to proclaim God's kingdom. That is the work of evangelism. Telling people about Jesus. Telling people about what God desires of us. The relationship that God craves on a daily basis. Then heal the sick. And the sick is not just those down with cancer, malaria, the lame, the blind. We're talking about people who can't see beyond where they are. People who are spiritually down. People who are mentally, as in they've been drained. People who are empty. The truth is that there are a lot more sick people in the world than we see in the church, in the hospital. There are a lot more sick people in the world than we see in the hospital. A lot more sick people. There are people who, if you take them out for tests, the whole medical test, they come out excellently fine. But in realness, they are dying. They are sick. Some are financially sick. Some are maritally sick. Some are emotionally sick. Some are financially sick. There are different types of sicknesses. Over time, when we read these scriptures, we limit them to just this one. Oh, my leg was paining me, now it's no longer paining me. Oh, my eyes was blind, now I can see. And what if you can see and yet you can't see your future? What if you can see and yet your vision is blurred? God's purpose for your life, you can't see it. You don't even see yourself there. So what's the essence of the miracle? What's the essence of somebody who can work? Suddenly he can walk and then he's depressed to the point of committing suicide. What then was the sickness that needed to be cured? Was it his legs or his heart? There are people on daily basis, you come across them and they look so happy, but they are dying. So now you claim to be a doctor and you've gone through all the necessary checks and they are good. But why are they slowly dying? That is the sickness that God was talking about. If God was only referring to the supernatural, then he didn't have to give the scientists the wisdom to produce the medications that we have in the store today, because of course they are not from the devil. These are resources that the Lord had provided. We are trying to catch up with the things that God has made. We are trying to catch up. We are trying to catch up with invention. We are trying to catch up with exposure. We are trying to catch up with information. All of these are there. God is waiting for us to ascend into all of those knowledge that he has prepared for us. He has exposed to us. Is how close are you to get it? Let it not look like I'm digressing. I'm going somewhere. Heal the sick. What? To demonstrate that the kingdom has arrived. I am not in any way watering down the supernatural. I believe in it, and in so many ways I've experienced it. I've prayed for people that are sick to the point of death and they came back alive. I've experienced it several times. I've seen the supernatural, but there is a supernatural that we are undermining. And in the world that we're living in, a lot of Christians are chasing after, oh, power, 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 but they do not even understand what God provided that power for. We are limited, and that is why it looks like we don't have it. Our mindset, we are limited in our mindset. And here is a businessman who has given his life to Christ and is expecting a change. And you're waiting for the supernatural miracles, financial supernatural miracles. And God is saying, take nothing extra on your journey. Take nothing extra on your journey. Take nothing extra. Just go as you are. Don't carry a staff, a backpack, food, money, not even a change of clothes. Don't go with anything. And God is saying that to you. But rather than hear this, you're waiting for the supernatural financial miracle so that you can go and start up the business, the idea. You can function in the vision that God has given you. You're waiting for you to have this, to be able to fulfill this. And God is saying, no, you fulfill this to have that. God is saying, you fulfill this to have that. Jesus gave them this instruction. He had given them power, but they did not know they had power. It is on this journey that they get to discover that they actually have power. But they never knew until they left. Until they left from that place of soaking, that place. Some people are still there, praying, God, endue me with power, endue me with power. And God is saying, I have given you power, my friend. Go. And you're saying, no, God, give me money, give me this, give me that, so that this vision can be. Hello, dear entrepreneur. God is saying, He's not ignorant that you don't have it. Dear young man, dear young woman, dear old woman who feels that your life is about to come to an end, and you look back, you can't even account for one person you've impacted their lives, and you're like, it's too late. God is saying He's not ignorant of your weaknesses. He's saying, go as you are. Don't count the things you don't have. Believe in the things that you already have. Go as you are. Don't carry a staff. When you talk about staff, you talk about direction. You talk about authority. Don't bother about these things that makes you look like you have it. Don't bother about the things that makes you look like you have it. Don't bother about the things that gives you authority, that makes you relevant. Don't go with a backpack. Don't bother about the things you need to save. Some people say you need to save a certain amount before you can start pursuing this vision. God is saying, I know you didn't have it when I told you to go. I know you don't have the resources to make it available physically. And that is why I sent you to go. Go the way you are. It is on the journey that you discover that you had more than enough. That the things that you carry does not define you. Abba Shakalea. I was listening to one man of God and he cited an example. He was talking about marrying, right? And he talked about, fine girls, marrying a girl who is fine. I don't marry a girl because she's fine, and after she's beautiful and whatever, and what else does she have? And he gave a very funny example of how that a young man went to ask a pretty girl, can I buy you shawarma? And she said, oh, sorry, I don't take alcohol. It is not about what you look like. It is not about what people think that you are. It is not about what people can measure you. Oh, that man that has that car, he must have wisdom. The man has wisdom. I need to go under his tutelage. I need to go under him, let him train me, because for him to have all of those things, he's a prayerful man. Only for you to see a man who is loaded with backpacks, staffs, loaded with what again? Clothes, food, money, and he doesn't even have authority. The reason why it's looking like a lot of Christians are confused is because we are pursuing backpacks, staffs, food, money, and not authority, and not power, and not vision, and not ideas. The first has to be the number one. The first has to be the only. What is God's vision? And when people say, oh, God has placed an idea in my heart, it has to align with kingdom agendas. I'm sorry, I don't know. It's nobody's business what you should look like before you fulfill God's purpose for your life. It's nobody's business what you should have before you fulfill God's purpose for your life. Jesus gave them power and authority to heal the sick. So are you in business? God is saying, go and heal sick businesses. Are you in ministry? Go and heal sick people who are mentally dying, who are emotionally drowned. There are a lot of people speaking in tongues, prayerful Christians who are depressed. Who are depressed. I came across a video, and this young, pretty, beautiful, intelligent young woman was talking. She was, they were interviewing her. She was talking, sharing her experience. What happened? The young man said, what is it that you would change by January? And she said she would kill herself. She would kill herself. She said it with a smile on her face. It looked like a content. She wasn't joking. People like me know that she wasn't joking. Kaba-legged. I've been in that place where I take up the mic, and when my father passed, Kaba-legged, I've never felt loneliness. I've never felt such thick cloud of darkness. Hi. I saw all the people that would say, hey, fine girl, how are you? I bought you this, I bought you that. Oh, how are you? They turned their backs. The people that were the reason why I say, no, my siblings would not feel it. Before he was buried, they had left. Hi. I was brought up in that place where you pray, you do things, religiously. And I did them so well. I'll take up the mic and I will pray. But I was dying. I was depressed. In that place where you have the supernatural, Kabaleteke. I started finding my way back to God through messages from Pastor Joyce Meyer, messages from Pastor Biodu Fatoyibo. These were people that, through their messages, I started finding my way back. Not to talk about my husband, who was always there to hear me when we got married. I suffered dryness without even knowing it. And one thing with dryness is that it limits the power that God has invested in you, because you are looking at the outward. Oh, nobody. Oh, no money. Oh, no house. Oh, no clothes. Oh, no food. And suddenly you are losing the original identity, which is not built in the flesh, which is not built by flesh, which is not built by material things. You are losing your identity, which is God's vision in you. When I started finding my way back, when I realized that these people they are not the reason why I can be whoever I want to be. These things that I feel like I lack, they are not what defines me. It changed my perspective. It changed my life. It changed my heart. That when they say, oh, no, you can't do this. Oh, you are not of age. Oh, I don't bloody care what you're talking about. When the apostles left, some people will say, you are mad. You don't know that if you are going on this kind of journey, you are supposed to be well prepared in case of incasity. But with God, every incasity has been predestined to bring you into a place of proper alignment.